Welcome to The Stacks, a podcast about books and the people who read them. I'm your host, Tracy Thomas, and today I am thrilled to welcome Justine K to the show. Justine is my pal, but more than that, she is the co-host of the very popular podcast, Two Black Girls, One Rose, where she and her co-host, Natasha, share hilarious and unfiltered takes on reality TV, culture, and relationships. I invited Justine on today not only because she is brilliant, but because I wanted to talk to the right person the day after the 2024 election. Justine and I talk a little bit about our state of mind going into the election, the power and possibility of optimism. And we also, of course, talk about the chaos of reality TV and some of the books that Justine loves. In case you missed the announcement, our book club pick for November is Luster by Raven Leilani. Justine will be back on Wednesday, November 27th to discuss the book with me. So be sure to read along and tune in. Quick reminder, everything we talk about on each episode of The Stacks can be found in the link in the show notes. If you love this podcast and you want inside access to it, head over to patreon.com/thestacks and join the Stacks Pack. For just $5 a month, you get to be part of the best bookish community. You get to be in our Discord. You get to come to our monthly virtual book club meetups. You get a bonus episode every month. And you get to know that by joining, you make it possible for me to make this show every single week. Also, as we come to the end of the year, we have some really exciting Patreon exclusive things like our Mega Challenge and Stacky Awards that are both coming your way. Another fun perk of the Stacks Pack is that you get a shout out on this very show. So shout out to our newest members, Sonia, Chrissy, Teresa, Debbie Mitchell, and Sarah. Thank you all so much. And for those of you who love the show, still want to support it, but maybe don't want to be part of a bookish community and have to go to virtual book club meetups, I've got something for you. It's my newsletter. It's called Unstacked, and you can find it at tracythomas.substack.com. It'll keep you up to date on what I've got going on, my hot takes on books and pop culture, and it goes directly to your inbox. So subscribe to that by going to tracythomas.substack.com. All right, now it is time for my conversation with Justine K. All right, everybody, welcome to The Stacks. It is the day after the 2024 election, and we have no idea what's going on because we're recording this on October 28th, Monday, October 28th. I brought to you a guest that I wanted to talk to on the day after the election because I wanted to bring someone that I felt like no matter what happened last night or maybe is still happening right now, we can have a good time. We can just vibe out and maybe for the next hour not feel the stress and anxiety of whatever the fuck is going on in this moment. So I brought you one of my favorite podcasters, one of my favorite people just in general, my friend, one of the co-hosts of the Two Black Girls, One Rose podcast, the incomparable Justine K. Justine, welcome to The Stacks.
Oh my God. Thanks, Tracy. I'm so happy to be here. You guys talk about smart things over here.
Yeah, no.
So I'm excited.
No, we talk about the same dumb shit as everybody else. We just pretend we're smart because it's books. It's like you talk about reality TV, so it's hard. You have to people assume it's lowbrow. But I feel like you guys are pretty highbrow for reality TV.
Oh, thanks. We try. But we also try to have a lot of fun because how could you not?
Because it's reality TV. I mean, I feel like we try to have a lot of fun here with books. And I can tell you that a lot of people cannot have fun around books.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to be as lowbrow as humanly possible in the book space. Okay. So before we dive in, for people who don't know you, can you give them just a little backstory? Where are you from? How did you get to where you are currently?
Yeah.
Give us a little.
Sure. So I'm Justine. I am the co-host of Two Black Girls, One Rose. I co-host it with my best friend, Natasha. We have been doing it for coming up on 7 years this December. And we started the podcast because we watched Rachel Lindsay's season of The Bachelorette, and we just didn't hear any of the other podcasters watching the same show we were watching. It was really wild to listen to these white people recap podcasts and nothing happened. They just picked up on no signs. And none of the nuances that we picked up on either. And then also it didn't really sound like any of them were friends. They really all gave coworker. but pretending to be friends, right? In which a lot of duos have that same energy. But we don't have that. We are actually friends. And
you guys went to high school together?
We did. We went to high school together. We've known each other. We're coming up on now 20 years. And I was just telling her this weekend when I saw her, she is my life partner in a way that's so unique. Not a whole lot of people get a life partner like this. So it's exciting. It's nice. It's really nice.
I'm so jealous of you guys.
Why?
Because I do this by myself. You guys have each other. I mean, there's definitely parts about being a solo podcaster that I love. And I think work to my strengths as a control freak and terrible delegator. But sometimes like I just want to bounce an idea off of someone who's as invested in the thing as I am.
Yeah.
You know, like I come to you with things. I'll sometimes be like, Justine, what do you think of this? But and like you are a great friend and you help, but also like it's not the same. This isn't your thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to our future selves.
Oh, okay.
So today is Monday, October 28th. It is like 8 days until the election. 9 days till everyone is going to be hearing us talk right now.
Yeah.
What do we think? What are you feeling?
Oh my God. I am trying so hard to not think about it because I don't want to be pessimistic. Right?
Okay.
I also am fully expecting an insurrection.
Either way.
No
matter what.
Yeah.
Violence.
No matter what happens. Yeah. So it doesn't feel like this day, the November 6th day, is nearly as final as it usually has been my whole life growing up with elections.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I am like, I can't stop thinking about everyone listening to this episode first thing or at some point, you know, in the first few days. This episode has been heavy on my mind. I want to say since August, since I realized when I was like booking the show, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna, because you know my episodes drop at midnight, California time, so it's like we're not gonna know.
Oh,
most people like we probably won't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope we know. I hope everyone listening to this, we're having celebratory mimosas at midnight or whatever, right? Like I guess not mimosas at midnight, but when you wake up in the morning and listen to this episode, I hope that you are toasting to something wonderful. But I just am so anybody who's like at home right now listening to this, who's like feeling anxious, I'm preemptively anxious for us.
Yeah.
But also like I went knock doors this weekend with my kids.
I saw with your kids.
Yep. I'm an avid door knocker. I'm a phone caller and a door knocker. It eases the anxiety for me. It does.
Okay. Action.
It really does. Yeah. I mean, you get to talk to people, you get to meet people and be like, hey, I mean, and like at this late stage in the game, you're only talking to people who you support. So it's real easy. But I too have fears of violence. Okay, let me ask you a little bit about optimism. Because one of the things I've noticed in the last 8 years, I guess, since 2016, since people were surprised by Hillary's loss in 2016, is this urge to preemptively be pessimistic. Well, she's going to lose. Or, and in this preemptive pessimism, it's sort of like, I am saying that the bad thing is going to happen so that I'm not surprised. And then you live your whole life like feeling like, well, I wasn't surprised, but you're like living in a downer for everything. And I just feel like, I just want to be optimistic. It's going to hurt just as bad, whether I'm right or I'm wrong. I would rather be wrong and like have a nice time believing in something good being possible than that. Like I was right. I was right. I knew it was going to happen. And so I'm not going to like believe that anything else is possible. I don't know. Have you been thinking about this at all?
So deeply. You actually touched on something that my therapist and I have been going really deeply into, which is my pessimistic side and my very, very like unstable attachment to realism. I have this attachment to realism, not in the ego way of saying that I was right, but in the way of I won't let myself down.
Yes.
And I'm doing this because I'm planning a wedding. And I have a really hard time being celebrated. Right. And it's getting it's getting hard for me every single step of the way. And a lot of really great things are happening for me and Natasha right now. She just bought a house. I'm getting married.
Yes.
So we just have a lot of great stuff. We had a great live show recently, and I still am like waiting for this other shoe to drop in a way that I can protect myself.
Can you not enjoy the good things while they're happening to you?
I have a really hard time with it.
Really?
Thinking that I deserve it. I have a really hard time with that.
Oh yes, I think I deserve nothing. That I can relate to.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself an optimist really at all, but I think that I am more optimistic than I think that I am.
I think so too.
I just really enjoy enjoying things. I like to feel good. And so I'm going to like lean into any opportunity to like have a nice time.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'll say this in 2016, and everyone's going to be like, everybody says this. I really did know that Donald Trump was going to win. I was the only person. I think that it was like me and like Donald Trump. We were the two people who knew. Because like I called my brother that day and I was like, Brady. And he was like, Tracy, you're being ridiculous. And I was like, And like I knew, and it still fucking sucked big donkey dick.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it didn't protect me in any way, shape, or form from the pain and the suffering of the revelation that I was right. I did not usually when I'm right. It feels great. I love an I told you so moment. This one did not. And so this time around, while I'm not sure what will happen, and I don't think it's useful to prognosticate at this point since everyone will know more than we know at this time, I'm just leaning into it. I mean, we got a Black girl running for office, and not only a Black girl, but in my case, she's mixed. She's from where I'm from.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with her on a lot of stuff, but like she's out here. She's looking good every day. The face is beat.
The glam team. I want the interview so
bad. The glam team. I want the hookup. I need some eyeliner sometimes. I need a nice glittery eye, bright lifted.
She always does look lifted.
She looks great. The monochromatic suits. She is, we talk about representation matters. This is mattering to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the one question I would have for her if I got a chance to sit down with her is her access to her eternal joy and optimism. Because I've seen this race of Black girl running against mid to low white man.
Low level white. Yeah.
Low level white. And the white is usually just comes out just because he's relatable, just because he's liked better. Like I've seen that race so many times. Yeah. And if I've seen it so many times, I can't imagine how many times she's seen it.
Yeah.
And she still is like, no, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Here's Beyonce. You're welcome. Like she's
maybe because she has won.
That's true.
Like she has won her political races. She is the fucking vice president.
I know.
Like I always die when people are like, she's not qualified. I'm like, bitch, what is qualified if not the person who has the literal job as next in line? Like, what other qualifications are there for president besides having been president? I don't know. Vice president? What is a qualification at this point?
Yeah.
But maybe because she has one, I don't know. I think like we're both Black women. We both have had to compete against the most low level white ever. And like, there is joy for me in the competition. There is joy for me in the going out and being like, I know I look good right now. Like, I know I'm doing this. And like, I can know everything I know about systemic racism. I can know everything I know about like white mediocrity. But at a certain point, you just have to go out there and like do your thing.
Yeah, that's so true. Your podcast obviously has helped me so much with reading about white supremacy, patriarchy. I just dove into a fat phobia reading list this morning from your post this morning.
Okay.
And knowing the root of all of those secondary feelings that I have, anger, jealousy, pessimism, knowing the root of those is really, really important to my route to optimism.
I think, you know what? I actually think you're really right, because I think that I've become more optimistic the more I've started reading about like abolition, whether it's like prison abolition or like environmental justice, like all of these things are all sort of like under this big abolition category. And I think this idea of like what is possible, what our imaginations can like lead us toward is really exciting to me and like makes me feel hopeful. Like that there is a different way that we could be doing this. Even if we're not doing the different way, like we could be, it exists, it's possible. And I think that helps. I think.
No, I think so too.
I'll tell you a crazy story. Last night, after I knocked doors with my kids, I went to my god sister's house, and she's got a 13-year-old daughter. And her daughter has these two super cute 13-year-old identical twin girls. They're Latina. Obviously, we all live in California. And I was talking to my niece, and I was like, what do you think of the election? And she's like, I like Kamala. And I was like, well, why? You know, like trying to like be like a teacher, like why? And my niece was like, because she's going to help women's rights. And I was like, wow, incredible answer. You got it right. Congratulations. Yeah. So then I turned to the twins and I'm like, what about you guys? And they're like, you're not going to like our answer. And I said, what? And they said, we like Trump.
Okay.
And our parents like Trump.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, why? And they were like, the economy. And they were like, interest rates were lower. I'm like, you're 13. What do you mean interest rates? I'm like, what do you mean economy? What do you mean interest rates? So we get into this whole conversation and like they start telling me about, you know, people who get handouts and want to work at McDonald's and how they need to work harder and all this stuff. And I was like, listen, I was like, you guys are 13. You don't know a lot. You haven't even learned about the Supreme Court in government class yet. Like you don't even know how this shit works, right? And like I certainly didn't. And the fact that they knew anything about interest rates at 13, I was like, you guys are going to be fine. I said to them, I said, I know you two are smart. I know you're going to be fine. I know that you don't know a lot and that's okay. I said, I'm not worried about you. But what I really hope that you two will do is start to think about what you would like for yourself and the world and the country that you will one day be in charge of. I was like, me and my sister, we're old. We're done. We're washed. We're just trying to do the best we can to make sure you guys and our kids are going to be okay. But like you guys can shape whatever this thing is. And I was talking about possibility and all of this. And I was like really, you know, doing my thing, sermonizing to these poor girls. And they were like, yeah, but none of that can happen. It's not like everybody can just like make $1 million. And I was like, sure. But like there are other versions where people have what they need. That doesn't mean that it's like, I was just like, everything's not about money.
Right.
Like I was like, maybe you don't need $1 million if all your healthcare is taken care of.
Right.
And the one girl was like, well, do you really think that things would be better under Kamala Harris? And I was like, yeah, I really do. Yeah. And then she was like, are you a communist?
No.
And I was like, I mean, no, but I'm not a communist.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was just like such a crazy conversation, but it was just a good reminder to me that like all of this stuff, all of this like politics stuff, it certainly matters. But also like if we're not teaching our kids how to dream bigger and like visualize a world that they can create and like have that optimism because they can see something that is better than what they have, like that was the part that was scary to me when they were like, well, that none of that can happen. I was like, no, it can. I was like, it can. Things change all the time.
Yeah.
Like in our lifetimes.
Yeah. Right.
Like my dad was born in 1935.
Wow. Okay.
He's no longer alive, but he lived till 2012. So he lived his family left Jim Crow, Louisiana, moved to California.
Yep.
My dad saw the murder of Emmett Till.
Yeah.
He saw voting rights, the Vietnam War. He saw World War fucking II. He saw all of these things. He saw the first Black president. Like that was all within one person's lifetime, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I want the kids to believe there's something better.
I would love for them to feel like that.
We're going to totally transition. The people on reality television.
Oh man. My faves.
Okay. So you guys started doing The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. But now you do Love is Blind.
Yep.
Married at First Sight.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes housewife stuff.
Sometimes housewives. Yeah, definitely.
What is the most enjoyable show for you all to cover?
Absolutely, Love is Blind.
And what about The Bachelor? Where does that rank on your...
So here's the thing with The Bachelor now for me, right? As like a grown, about to be 35-year-old woman.
Oh my God, you're so young.
To me, it's an exercise in improv and comedy. Because at this point, I have to look at it from a comedic lens.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if I take it too seriously, I can get too bogged down in it and I can get too worried about stuff. And that's not fun. And we like to keep it fun over here. You know, God bless the Game of Roses who are like coaching people and they have their own language and they take it like really
serious.
Right. Which is admirable in a way. We don't do that over here.
No,
I can do that. So it's a really great improv class.
Was there a season for you where it went from being like more earnest, taking it seriously, to it becoming more of like camp comedy for you?
Oh my gosh. I think the season, honestly, after Matt James, because Matt James was the most serious one.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think that season broke The Bachelor.
It did. It did.
Because we had Rachel KKK Canal.
Still together.
Remember the season started with that sit down with Matt James and Chris Harrison where he was like, Chris, I'm worried I like white girls. And Chris was like, it's okay, my brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not
the way
how we want to start.
I feel like he looked dead in the camera to my face and was like, I'm not picking no black girl.
Yeah.
So give up that dream now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that season, that was a hard one.
Yeah.
And that had the fallout with Rachel Lindsay and Chris Harrison. That was just like so dramatic. The whole thing. The most dramatic season ever. And then, oh my God. And then we got Emmanuel Acho out of that.
The worst of all time.
We emotional butler.
Emotional butler out of it, which is probably the best thing ever. Yeah.
Yes, that's what Van Lathan called him on Van and Rachel's show. I'm definitely linking to this episode of this fight between them in the show notes, because if you have not listened to this conversation, I go back and listen sometimes just for fun.
Oh yeah, once a year.
Yeah, it's like an annual tradition. Mariah Carey says after Halloween, it's time. I say after Thanksgiving, it's time. Let us be thankful to Emmanuel Acho's stupidity. Love is Blind is great.
Yeah.
Except I hate the weddings.
Oh my God, the weddings are boring.
It's the worst episode. The show starts off so good. And by the time you get to the weddings, they used to actually have the weddings and you didn't know what people were going to say. But now they all break up before the wedding. I'm like, hello, just do it at the altar, you assholes.
I know. Because I loved the absolute gaggery of like deep breaking up with Shake at the altar.
Yes.
That was so fabulous.
Yes.
Zainab breaking up with what's his face?
Cole, my enemy.
Me till the end.
Oh
my God.
I hated Cole so much, and people would be like up in my shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Being like, Cole, da, 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 da. I'm like, you guys are blinded by the baby blues, okay?
Yep.
He's a fucking emotional terrorist. He's mean. He's nasty. She was mean too, but he was manipulative.
Yep.
He was fucked up. And he was fat shaming her all over the place.
All over the place. Called her a 9 out of 10. Called the other girl Colleen a 10 out of 10. That shit was absolutely crazy.
That was crazy. Imagine your fiance being like, you're a 9 out of 10. And then actually saying someone else is a 10 out of 10 to you
North
on
Face
TV.
Wearing Ugg boots wearing leggings, old Lululemon leggings wearing girl. Like, ooh.
She was a professional ballerina though.
She was. Yeah, she was.
So props to Colleen for making the dream work, because only like 7 girls in the history of the world have ever been ballerinas. I know, because I would have liked to be one of those. No, I was never going to be a ballerina. Okay, you told me to ask you what you read pre-show.
Yes.
I didn't even, what do you, pre-live show or pre-show in general?
Pre-live show and then pre-show in general.
Okay, so tell me about it.
I'll start with the live show. With the live show, I only listen to music with no words. It's really important for me to listen to stuff with no words.
Okay, what kind of music with no words? Like what's your
listen to a lot of oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Arturo V something. He makes a classic Italian
Okay.
classical album. A lot of like Miles Davis, a lot of like Bill Davis Trio, like a
Okay.
lot of just classic jazz music.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was reading The Message by
Oh.
Coates on the way to the show. And that was important because it was just important for me to like see the world bigger.
Mm.
Right.
So when you got there to like talk about Love is Blind, were you like also the role of a journalist, the Palestinian people, and book banning in South Carolina? Like
I only got to page 19.
Okay.
But I was just thinking, because in the first couple of pages, he talks so much about like the artistry of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt really prepared to stand up there and talk about a little old crazy Love is Blind.
You know, I'm sure Ta-Nehisi Coates would be so thrilled to know that his book has changed how you approach Love is Blind. I'm sure when he wrote that, he had you, when he said comrades in the book, that's what he had in mind. You doing Love is Blind live show. What about before just the regular shows? Do you have like a pre-show warm up that you do?
We do. Well, we have a warm up where we just kiki in the beginning. It's usually like a solid 20 minutes that we're just sitting there laughing about our weekend. But I have been reading so many romance novels.
I know.
Blowing through these romance novels. Thanks to you for starting off this train.
Well, everyone listening is going to laugh because they know I don't really read romance, but I have to shout out my friend Jess because she is part of the Stacks Pack. She's like the romance girly. I go to Jess anytime I need a romance recommendation for myself or for others. And so Jess, she's at Literary Intersections on Instagram for folks who are looking for a romance recommendation. So she has helped. I can't really take credit. I've just been the sort of conduit between the two of you.
Yes. But I've been reading those and we've been doing them for our pre-show, my like review of them, because some of them are fantastic. Curvy Girl Summer was like amazing. It felt like I jumped into the characters' skin and bones. And then some of them are awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of them most recently that I got the best laugh out of Natasha, I was so happy. It was about primal play. Have you heard of this before?
No, but I think you talked about this on the show, right?
Sure did.
Yeah.
It's when people bark like a dog and meow like a cat. And they're running around barefoot. And that's like their foreplay. And it goes on for a very long time. There's nicknames. There's like all kinds of things. And there was no indication that this book was going to be about that.
I see. So it was a surprise primal play. Like if the book had been called like Primal Play, you would have been like, okay.
Even a little forward.
Yeah.
A little something like, hey, this is what we're going to be discussing. Nope. Cold open.
What was the book about?
Oh my God. It was so many storylines. What was
it called?
A Turn in the Air.
Okay. Okay.
Because it was also about dance.
Okay. We love it. We love a jeté in the air. My God.
Oh, they said it so many times. So it was about this Jamaican ballet dancer.
Okay.
Who needed immigration.
Okay.
And needed like papers to stay in the U.S. because his brother was in jail, drug dealer, right?
Okay. Wow.
So
I'm overwhelmed. Okay.
So while he's staying there, obviously he makes friends with the local dance studio. So they're like a quadruple friends, right? And then the girl who he marries is also a young lady who designs video games. In her spare time from designing the video games, she gets women out of domestic violence situations.
Oh my gosh. So she's a creative and an activist.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Someone starts stalking her from one of the domestic violence situations.
Oh, yeah.
And it just happens to be that one of the husband's brother's friends is the owner of a sex club that the owner of the dance studio also goes to.
Wow.
We have all these storylines. These are separate storylines going on. This book was only 234 pages.
Wow. That author had all of that up in the air. Just up there. Wow. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back and talk a lot more about books. Valentine's Day is upon us, and I've got love on the brain. Love for books. Duh, of course. Hello. Did you forget what podcast you're listening to? I love bringing you all great reads, exclusive author interviews, and behind the scenes book gossip. But I can only do that with your support over on Patreon and Substack. Our Stacks Patreon community, also known as the Stacks Pack, is where you can go for book club meetups, a private, very active Discord, and a year-long mega reading challenge to help you achieve all your reading goals. Plus, you also get that monthly bonus episode. Now, over on the Substack, you can subscribe to my newsletter, Unstacked, where I keep the book conversations going. I also give you a healthy dose of sports and pop culture, definitely some hot takes happening over there. And again, that bonus episode. If you don't have a few dollars to spare, don't worry. There are free options on the Substack and the Patreon to get you a little extra Stacks magic. Making this podcast is a total team effort, and by supporting my Patreon and my Substack, you allow me to support my amazing team that makes the show possible every single week. So if you or your friends are looking to meet other book lovers and support this indie podcast, come hang out with me on Patreon, Substack, or both. I would love to have you. And since we're talking about love, you can gift subscriptions to the Patreon and the Substack for that special reader in your life. For the Stacks Pack, head to patreon.com/thestacks. And for the newsletter, head to traceythomas.substack.com. And also, there are links to both in the show notes. Okay, see you in the Stacks. All right, we're back. Before we get into your reading life, we do this thing on the show called Ask the Stacks, where someone emails me for book recommendations. They email askthestacks@thestackspodcast.com. So person listening at home, you should definitely do that so you can get your recommendations on air. This one is from someone named Ashley. Ashley says, I am writing to you on behalf of my mother-in-law, Martha. She has advanced Parkinson's and spends a lot of time reading, as it is an activity she not only enjoys, but one she can enjoy safely. She enjoys fiction, especially historical fiction, but she reads nonfiction also. I'm sure you cannot relate, but two authors that come to mind that she loves are Kristen Hanna and Elena Ferrante. She loves all things British and Australian, enjoys family sagas. I would be so curious to see these interests of hers translate into a nonfiction recommendation.
Ooh, okay.
So I obviously prepared. I have 3 recommendations for Martha, but you should think if you can come up with any. You only have to do one.
Okay.
I can go first if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashley, you're correct. I cannot relate to loving Kristen Hanna and Elena Ferrante. In fact, I've never read either. So I have no clue what that means, except for I have a general sense. I don't know that your mother-in-law will like these, but I'm going to try. So the first one I'm going to give you is a book that I recommended to my own mother-in-law, which is called The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. It's a collection of essays where John Green goes through different things from the Anthropocene, our current geological age, and he reviews them. Things like sunsets and Canada geese and QWERTY from the keyboard.
Oh,
and he reviews them on a scale from 1 to 5 stars. And it is so lovely and heartwarming and funny and smart and well written. And it is just such a joy. I loved it. My mother-in-law loved it. And I don't know that Martha will particularly love it, but it does have so many different facets and things to be interested in and curious about. And because they're like these little sweet essays, it's just like a really enjoyable read. I definitely think it's like a comfort read for a moment like right now. So that's my first one. My second one is probably, I would guess, going to be the most successful of my 3 recommendations, which is called All the Frequent Trouble of Our Days by Rebecca Donner. The book is about this woman who was part of the resistance against the Nazis in Germany. She was American. And it's just this really interesting story, sort of like spies and like obviously resisting fascism. And it's really cool and has lots of twists and turns. And it feels like historical fiction in a lot of ways, though it is actually just real life history. They have a plot to like assassinate Hitler in there. It's a famous plot. People will be familiar with it if you read the book. Also in this vein, I would say like Eric Larson's In the Garden of Beasts is sort of a similar kind of book. And then my third and final, which actually maybe this will be my most successful because this is actually just historical fiction, which is If You Leave Me by Crystal Hana Kim. It's about a young woman in Korea during the time of the Korean War who is in a love triangle. And it's really sweet. And I love this book. And we did it on book club the first year of this podcast. And I still think about the book all the time. I just loved it. It's like really... I was surprised how much I loved it. I loved the characters. The writing is really beautiful. The story was unlike anything I'd read before. And so I think Martha is going to be happy with all three of those, but I don't think they're exactly what you asked for, Ashley. But you know what? When have I ever followed a direction? You're not the boss of me. Okay, Justine, what do you have? Anything?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have one of my favorite historical nonfiction. I want to say this is considered a biography.
Okay.
Called Once Upon a Secret by Mimi Alford.
I don't know this.
This is about her affair with JFK when she was 18 years old and an intern.
We love a mess.
I love it. Love it. I think that's my favorite part about historical anything is all of the stuff that was covered up and then all the people who wrote all of these nasty details after these books.
Yes.
But Mimi writes about how 3 days into going to the White House, she was like pulled into his office and pulled into the press office and had this long affair with JFK, very emotionally involved with him.
Wow.
And it is really intense, but in a way that you're like, damn, Mimi, you're not involved at all. You're not putting yourself in anybody's shoes. It's just you observing from the outside. So it can be very escapist in the same way.
Okay. I love this. Ashley, please let us know if your mother-in-law reads any of these books. Let us know what she thinks. And for folks at home, if you want to get a recommendation on air, email askthestacks@thestackspodcast.com. Okay, Justine, first and foremost, let's start where we always start. What's 2 books you love and 1 book you hate?
Ooh. I can't wait to talk about the one I hate. Okay.
Oh my God, I love you. This is why we're friends. Everybody's always like, I don't hate any books. And I'm like,
what?
I listen, that's my reaction every time. I try to be respectful, but on the inside, I'm literally just like, fuck you. Yes, you do. They're like, I don't finish books I hate. I'm like, fuck you. You know you finished it and you know you want to talk about it, but your friend probably wrote it. So
Yeah. Oh, please. Well, okay. I'm going to do 2 of my favorite books. Okay. One is a long time, one is a short time. Long time has to be Dessert Person by Claire Saffitz.
I don't know this.
What?
No, I don't know it.
Okay. Claire Saffitz, one of my all-time favorite chefs. She was big on the Bon Appetit YouTube channel.
Oh, yes. This is a cookbook.
A cookbook.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I know this.
She was one of my all-time favorites from Bon Appetit, which was my Roman Empire for years. Okay. Was the downfall of Bon Appetit. Right. And right after that, she came out with this genius book called Dessert Person. And Claire is a very, very smart lady. And so she has like a diagram of all the recipes. All of the recipes now have like very sentimental value to me because I've made them in very sentimental moments in my life. And she has a lot of video too. She does a lot of like just really great demonstration. There's beautiful images in the book. It's just a great all around great cookbook. And then the other book that I loved this summer was Curvy Girl Summer, which I already mentioned.
Yeah.
Best romance novel I've ever read, I want to say. And just puts you into this like really lovely, empowering moment that this curvy woman has for her summer. And great sex scenes too. So if you're into that,
I love a good sex scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Book you hate.
Book I hate is The Guest by Emma Cline.
Oh, okay. There's listeners at home from the Stacks who are obsessed with this answer because I know a lot of people hate this book. Talk about it. But a lot of people love it.
A lot of people love it, which is why I read it. One of the people who love it, I love, Quinta Brunson.
Oh.
She said that she wanted to make it into a TV show. And I said, oh my God, well, I have to read it now. If Quinta wants to make it into a TV show. So I read it and I was horrified by the end at how despicable Emma was to these characters, to the reader. It was there was no character development. He had nobody to root for either. So it felt kind of hard to like keep going, but you wanted to keep going because you wanted to see what happened in the end. And then the end was flat, awful.
Emma, you bitch. How dare you, Emma Plateau. Okay, I didn't ask you this before. What kind of reader are you? How did you get into reading? Have you always read? Have you always loved books? Can you just give us sort of a sense of like, what do you like to read more broadly?
Yeah, I have always loved reading. Okay. I started reading pretty early. That's a really like high value for my family and my mom. My niece right now is 17 months old and we're already like, okay, what are we doing with these letters?
Whoa.
She's recognizing the letters and stuff. So we are like.
How old were you when you started reading?
My mother claims 2.5.
Can your mom come teach my little badass almost 5-year-olds to read?
It's different with boys. I don't know how it was with my brother.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
But yeah, I started reading really young. My like emotional support. A lot of people have an emotional support stuffed animal. I had an emotional support book that I would carry around.
Which one was it?
Oh my God, it was something. I don't know. Like, oops, she fell down. It was like a sentence. It was a full sentence. So I used to carry that around with me. And then when I was, I want to say a teenager, my family and I were going through some really wild socioeconomic things. I was going to a really elite private school. It was really intense. So I would read a lot of either Nicholas Sparks, so like real romance, keys, or hood urban novels.
Okay.
All my favorite genres, still to this day. So a lot of Sister Soldier. And
she has a new book out this year.
What?
Yeah, I think there's a new Sister Soldier book that comes out this year.
I cannot wait. I can't wait.
It's called Love After Midnight.
Perfect.
I think it came out this month. It came out in October. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So go to the bookstore, go to your local indie, get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you loved reading. You were reading Nicholas. You were reading Caucasian romance and then black shit.
Yeah. Yep.
And then now where are we? What kind of reader are you now? You still like romance. You like cookbooks. We share this. We love a cookbook.
I love a cookbook. I absolutely adore your cookbook episodes. They are my all-time favorites.
Thank you.
And yeah, I love reading a cookbook as if it's a textbook.
Me too. Sola's is like the gold standard of like if you just want to like learn about cooking.
Yeah, she's a great teacher too. She's another one. Great teacher. And yeah, so I love reading cookbooks and then I love reading romance novels, but I really do at any time when I'm feeling enraged or like trapped in my feelings of any type, love reading about history and abolitionism. Because it's just the easiest way to curb those feelings internally.
I feel like you and I really connected after I did your show when we started talking about books and I recommended Thick to you and then you ended up loving it. And I was like, okay, we can be friends.
Yes. Yep. Someone just asked me, what's the book that like changes your life or what's a book every woman should read? I was like, Thick by Tracy McMillan. God, she's the best.
She's the best. She's the hero. To me, she is the gold standard of like public intellectual.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. What are you reading right now?
So right now, oh my God, I just finished a romance book called The Wedding Date.
Oh, Jasmine Guillory.
What
did you think of it? That's the red one. That's the first one, right?
The red one.
I've read that one.
Yeah. Right? People don't talk like that.
People love her books. I
understand why.
I've read the first one. I started the second one and I just couldn't. Yeah. It's a little too tidy for me.
Yeah, right?
It's a little too, it didn't do it for me. What are some books you're looking forward to reading?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm really looking forward to reading this new Sister Soldier book. That made my whole And then I'm looking forward to finishing The Message. And and I usually buy romance books 3 at a time.
Okay.
So right now I am gonna start Take a Hint, Danny Brown.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's part of a series, right? That's the,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
series, yeah. And then I gotta move into the oh my gosh, what is her name? I can't think of her name right now, but one of the famed authors. I have, like you, a hard page limit
Okay.
of 300, 350. If it's great, I'm
Okay.
gonna extend that to 400.
Okay.
I think I have to.
For all books or specifically romance?
Romance.
Romance. Yeah. I read a 400 or something page romance book this year, and I just don't know that you can sustain 400 pages if you're just talking about one couple's romance.
Yeah.
But I feel this way about all fiction. I'm just like, I don't know that I need to be here with you for 400 pages if it's just one person thinking about doing something. Like, if they're doing shit, like if you've got a character who's out in the world moving and shaking, fucking shit up, I'll go with you 700. But if it's just one storyline, I don't need it.
No. But most of those books are series, and so they move into the friend groups and they move all the way throughout.
Yes.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to say.
Okay. And you and I are going to be reading Luster very soon.
Yes.
By Raven Leilani for book club, which I'm very excited about.
Me too.
Very excited. I only know that it is about a young Black woman in New York, I think, who meets a white dude who's like middle-aged, married, has kids, I think lives in the suburbs, and is in an open, or has a wife that's open to an open marriage.
Marriage.
It is, I don't know anything, but what I do know, what I'm smelling a mile away, is racial politics.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That wife is going to be like, her? I can't wait.
I can't wait till the wife touches her hair.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait till the wife asks why she always puts lotion after they shower.
Yep.
I cannot wait to see two Americas together on a page. And it's a short one. So everyone, you're welcome. On purpose. We wanted to do short for November because we don't know where our heads are going to be at.
No, oh my God. It's a holiday month. It's a lot. The Burrs are a lot.
Yeah. The Burrs are so much. Wow. September's the only one that's acceptable.
Yeah. And your kids go back to school in September, right?
Yeah. So that's a dream for me. That is, my God. They went back in August. It was like,
nice.
Holy shit. Yeah. But they don't be in school at all in December.
Right.
These holidays be stacking up.
Oh, man.
I get it. Teachers don't want to be with my kids either. They shouldn't have to be. But is there somewhere the kids can be away from all adults, but also safe and taken care of?
Winter camp.
There is winter camp. There is. But because of the holidays, it's weird because it's like 2 days here and 1 day here. It's just like, I don't know. And plus, like, I guess I have to see my kids on like Christmas and Christmas Eve, allegedly.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, this is not a talk shit about your kids podcast necessarily.
Oh,
I mean,
it is.
It is, but it isn't. Okay. How do you decide what your next book is going to be? How do you decide what to read next?
Oh my God. That's such a good question. For The Message, right? I didn't want to necessarily dive into what Professor Coates had to say right now, because right now is a really stiff time. And then he got up on NPR and he said, all this racist shit just makes me sell more books. So whatever you want, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm good either way.
Right.
And I was like, wait, that's my same attitude about everything. Like, whenever we just got a 1-star review on Apple Podcasts, it was like, too much political talk. They don't did it. And I was like, that's a 5-star review to me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize me and Professor Coates had that in common.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks to the haters. I also have this in common.
Yes.
Always. My favorite version of myself is when I get to be the villain on your show. When I come on and talk about race and then people are mad at me because I just let them know that someone maybe is Black and they don't like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm never wrong.
No.
Someone is always maybe Black. example, primo numero uno, fucking Steven from Love is Blind.
Is blind. Oh my God, that black man.
That African American, okay? The Ghanaian Nigerian. What is so fucking crazy? I know we've talked about this at length because I can't not talk about it. But that man, that light-skinned black man, said, I found out I was 3/5 black, which is so crazy to say.
That's crazy fraction.
Just so great. It's like accidentally amazing. Unless he knows. I can't tell if he knew the history and said it on purpose or if it was an act. Was it just like a perfect accident? Was it just like in the ether? Anyways, he says he's 3/5 black. And then he's like, so I went to the library and I checked out books on Ghana and Nigeria. I'm like, my guy, your blackness is so uniquely American at this point. The fact that you're not reading like Passing by Nella Larson.
I was like, why didn't you watch Imitation of Life?
Yes. Why did you go and read like a fucking book about Accra? You need to be reading a book about Mobile, Alabama, my guy.
James Baldwin. You don't need to be reading about how to knit a dashiki. You don't need to read that.
Yes. You are so far removed from the homeland at this point. Do not start there. Do not. At least start at the transatlantic slave trade, my guy.
At least, because you don't then get up on international worldwide television and say to your wife, to-be wife, I like your black girl headband. That is a bonnet, sir.
He also called her a mutt.
He sure did.
She called herself a mutt. But still, you just got black, my guy. You don't get to be saying mutt. You're at the library checking out Nigerian culture for dummies, okay? How dare you? He said, I'm gonna learn how to make jollof rice, okay?
Yeah, that's what's most important right now. Yep.
Okay, I don't even know how we got here, but okay, what's a book you like to recommend to people?
I really love recommending Thick, obviously, is one that I like to recommend to all women. But White Rage by Dr. Carol Anderson, that's another gem that you recommended for me that explains so many things. Yeah. And what it does, too, is knowledge. What knowledge always does for me, as I've said now 4 times, is that knowledge like quells anger, right? So when I go to Pennsylvania to the pumpkin patch with my mixed niece and I see Trump hats and Trump signs all over the place, I kind of know where those people are coming from, right? Historically and internally. And knowing that I know and they don't is enough for me to not get nearly as angry.
That's a great point. Okay, how do you organize your books? Do you organize your books?
Ooh, great question. I just got this bookshelf because we needed the second one.
Okay.
I really need to get a library card so that I can start returning these back because I buy these romance books three at a time, and I don't have enough room for this.
The library is amazing.
The library is the best.
Do you have a favorite bookstore?
I do. Oh my gosh. My bookstore that I had growing up, Watchung Booksellers in Montclair, New Jersey.
Okay.
It is
what's it called?
Watchung Booksellers. It's on Watchung Avenue in Montclair. And it is owned by a lovely, lovely woman who I went to like camp with her daughter. Like we went way back. This bookstore has been open for over 20 years. They now have a cafe that they bought next door that is like and cute, and it just smells. You can't even replace the smell of in the store.
You cannot. What's the last book that made you laugh?
Oh man, who was on here talking about they don't like jokes in books? Was it Chelsea?
It was probably me.
It was probably you talking to Chelsea DeVentes, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that either. And I especially don't like it when they say, and then they cackled in laughter. I'm not laughing. So, now I feel left out.
I am now laughing. Okay.
You know what might have been actually though? That Primal Playbook.
Oh.
I was
cackling in laughter.
Yeah.
You are doing a hyena sound. Okay, what about the last book that made you cry?
Oh my God, it's been a while because that's what I've been trying to escape.
Yeah.
Oh, probably fic. The first like 8 pages of fic.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so good. What about the last book that made you feel angry?
Ooh, angry. Oh, The Guest by Emma Cline.
Okay, what's a book that brings you joy?
Oh, a book that brings me joy. I'm trying to think. Here. My niece is obsessed with this book where this little boy turns into a walrus.
What's it called? Do you know?
I forget what it's called. I think it's Peter turns into a walrus or some shenanigans
Very
like
literal.
that.
Let's see what I
And it's just so much fun because she breezes right through it, but she kind of makes the noises.
Is it called Johnny the Walrus?
Johnny the Walrus, maybe. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And she's at the point now where she's like imitating animals. What does a penguin do? What does a cow do? And so that it brings me a lot of joy.
I love that. Okay. Is there any book that you're like embarrassed that you've never read, or just as like the one book you're like, I need to read that thing?
God, I have so many.
Me too.
I have so many. Well, first of all, I can admit this now. It's towards the end of the show, so I can admit this now. I have not finished Tar Baby by Toni Morrison.
Oh, it's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I started so long ago, about halfway through. And I just, until after, I was going to say the election day. I'm going to say inauguration day.
Okay.
I just can't do anymore.
Yeah. Do you know how far you are? Have you gotten to the dinner scene?
I'm about halfway through.
Okay. I think it's chapter 6. There's a scene in chapter 6 that is so fucking good. Unreal.
Oh my God. I got to go back and see if I've already passed.
I think it's slightly past halfway.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
But I can't quite remember. I think there's 1 in 4 and 1 in 6, if I'm remembering correctly, or 6 and 8. There's like there's one, and then there's a chapter, and then there's another scene that's even better. And I was like gagged and gooped. Okay. Do you have a problematic favorite book?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm at that level yet. The Coldest Winter Ever is one of my faves.
Yeah.
And that's, not exactly scholarly.
Yeah. Yeah. What about a favorite book that was assigned to you in school? Do you remember any of that?
Ooh, oh my God. I do. The Secret Garden is one of my faves.
Oh, I never read that.
Oh.
But I feel like I saw the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think I was moved by that story for some reason.
Oh, I was living.
Yeah.
Me and Natasha are both entranced by a Secret Garden experience. We are both very obsessed with Vanessa Hudgens' AD house tour because she has 3 secret gardens in her house.
Oh, 3.
She has 3. Yeah. That's what high school.
Does she also have unsecret gardens, just like regular gardens?
I think she has one in the front.
Okay. Wow. The ratio is 1 to 3 on secret gardens. Okay. Cool. I guess. Wait. I can never remember if I get these 2 movies confused, I think. Is there a little black girl in The Secret Garden?
Whoa.
No.
I don't remember that.
There is a movie with a little white girl who like lives in an attic, and there's like a black girl named Sarah or something that's like her friend. Oh my God. I can't remember what it's called. Someone who's listening, you will know what I'm talking about. This is so embarrassing because I can't think of it. I'll try to Google it and find it and put it in the show notes. But it's like, I feel like it's like The Secret Garden, but I liked it more. Oh my God.
Because she had her black friend with her?
Yeah, like a something princess, maybe like Secret Princess or something.
Okay. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
What the fuck? Secret Princess movie.
Black girl hidden.
Black girl. A little princess.
A little princess.
A little princess. I think that's what it's called. A little princess. Sarah is sent to a strict board. Yes, this is it. Sarah is sent to a strict boarding school after her father enlists in World War I. When he is presumed dead, the headmistress, knowing she will not receive any more money, forces the girl to become a servant. Then she meets a black girl. other Sarah or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved A Little Princess, and I always wanted Secret Garden to be a little princess, and Secret Garden was never a little princess. Secret Garden could never do the race play that is happening in A Little Princess.
Never.
Okay. If you were a high school teacher, what's a book you would assign to your students?
I would assign anything Colson Whitehead.
Okay.
I think he is great. That's the last book that gave me a nightmare, was Underground Railroad.
Oh, okay.
So anything by him, and then absolutely Dr. Carol Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Makes you appreciate education to a degree that after going to school, still paying for this goddamn school, I never appreciated education as much as I did.
Could you imagine if she was your teacher? Just like, I know, those kids at Emory, lucky kids. You know, she came on the show and it was like one of my favorite episodes ever. I think you texted me about it. She was so great. Yeah. Okay, last one. Feels extra timely, but we're going to stick with the current president. If you could require the current president, Joe Beasy, to read one book, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Something about student loans. I don't know exactly what, but and Joe, I still remember how he treated Anita too. I never forget that. I know he set up Cam, but I'll never forget. And I'm a nickname person, guys. Don't be like offended. I'm just calling people by nicknames. I call Barack Barry. It just is what it is. So maybe something else about and by Black women. Maybe.
Okay. Wait, who is Cam?
Cool. Oh, Kamala Harris.
Oh. I see. Wow, Cam. That's not what I would call her. I don't know what her nickname should be though.
Yeah.
Because Cam isn't short for calm. It's gotta be calm.
Yeah. Calm.
Old commie class. Not gonna work. We'll workshop nicknames. Hopefully by the time you all are finishing listening to this episode, she will be our president-elect and we'll have plenty of time to come up with nicknames. We will have We Did It Kamala memes. We will have all the things we need. It'll be Walls, old coach Walls, saying, "We did it, Cam." Please, from my lips to whoever you believe in's ears.
Oh my God, to everyone that everyone believes in.
Yes,
ears.
to anything. We're going to Elmo. Whoever it is you need to believe in right now. Elmo, save us. Whether it's Elmo or LeVar Burton, whoever your God is, please. We want to like this episode in the future. And if things go bad, no one will ever listen to this episode again.
No.
The truth of a podcaster. Okay, everyone, serious now. We have a book club coming up. Justine will be back on Wednesday, November 27th to discuss Luster by Raven Leilani. You can get that book for 10% off through Reparations Club, which is a Black, queer, women-owned bookstore here in Los Angeles. If you go to their website, rep.club, search for Luster, and use the code STACKS10 and get 10% off. You're supporting a Black-owned business. It's a great thing. We will link to Justine's everything in the show notes. Justine, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. This is so much fun.
Everyone else, we will see you in the stacks. All right, y'all, that does it for us today. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you again to Justine K for joining the show. Don't forget, the Stacks Book Club pick for November is Luster by Raven Leilani, and we will be discussing the book on Wednesday, November 27th with Justine K. If you love the show and you want inside access to it, head to patreon.com/thestacks to join the Stacks Pack and subscribe to my newsletter at tracythomas.substack.com. Make sure you're also subscribed to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you're listening through Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please be sure to leave us a rating and a review. For more from The Stacks, follow us on social media at The Stacks Pod on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, and at The Stacks Pod _ on Twitter. And you can always check out the website at thestackspodcast.com. This episode of The Stacks was edited by Christian Duenas with production assistance from Megan Caballero. Our graphic designer is Robin McCrite, and our theme music is from Tegirigis. The Stacks is created and produced by me, Tracy Thomas.